G'day guys, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Just got to say a few things before I start this video. Now, this video will be about Matt Canada and also Brian Baldinger, what he thinks about Matt Canada. Now, first of all, I want to say, okay, with Matt Canada, I'm giving him a fresh start. A fresh start. I know last year I was fire this, fire that. I was pitchforks and torches, everything. Get him out, throw him out of the building, see you later. Okay, I was like that. I was way too emotional in it. I get it. I just want to see this team be successful with the players they have. And I understand that it is players and coaches, and it's chicken and egg. You got to coach the players to be successful. They got to make the catches, got to make the plays. They got to run past someone. It's both sides. For a player to be successful or a team to be successful, you both need the coach and the player. So I understand that. So this year going into 2023, I think this is probably the biggest amount of pressure on Matt Canada to get this team to be successful with all the skill players he does have. That being Austin coming into his second year, that is really his first year playing. Should be excited to see. Allen Robinson, the vet. Pickens, Deontay coming back too. Kenny Pickett's second year. The revamped O-line, that is Ciamalo, Jones when he eventually does start. Dan Moore, Chooks on the other side. Cole and James Daniels, good players, right? Good O-line. So I'm keen for all that. So I think there is going to be a little bit of pressure on Matt Canada. But as a fan, I want to start the season with the intention of saying, you know what? I think he's okay. I think he's going to be fine. I can't wait to see what this offense does. I'm a big fan of this offense right now. But I want to show you the thoughts on what I found here from Steelers Depot. The guys over there run a website. They tweeted this out, and this is from Brian Baldinger himself, who's a former offensive lineman, and he says this: I feel like Omar Khan, Andy Weidl in the front office has given Matt Canada everything you could ask for. If Kenny Pickett takes any kind of a step, this should be a top 10 offense. First of all, I like that. If Kenny Pickett does take a step and can move this team down the field, and by the way, this is Kenny Pickett's, I guess, first full offseason that it's his team, throwing with number ones, working with the same reps with the number ones. It's his team now. Last year, it wasn't his team. There was a big difference. There was quarterback controversy. Who's going to be one? We didn't know. Do you start Pickett? Do you start Rudolph? And they end up going with Trubisky. This is Kenny Pickett's team. He's leading the way, and he has backup in Trubisky being his mate. If something happens, Trubisky will be there, but it's Kenny Pickett's team. So I like that. And Baldinger is right here. Baldy is right. If Kenny Pickett takes any kind of step, this should be a top 10 offense. And I can see that. It has to be. It's got to work its way into it. And even if it's not a top 10 offense, we need to see points. We need to see more than 18 points a game. You need to do about 24 points a game for a chance at in most victories in the NFL. Now, Baldy goes on to say, they've got everything you need. They've got slot receivers. They've got big wideouts as well with Pickens, with Freiermuth, Darnell Washington. You're going to work him into the red zone. They've got athletic guys. They've got a running that is size-wise second only to Derrick Henry with Najee Harris as well. They've rebuilt their offensive line. They've got a quarterback who looks and likes. He knows what he's doing. There's really no excuses for Matt Canada. He's under the microscope, right? Now, there is also a lot of pressure. As much pressure as under Matt Canada, there's that same amount of pressure under Mike Tomlin, right? I get that. Mike Tomlin hired Matt Canada. They're linked together. So there's the success or failures that Matt Canada has with this offense, or the players have in this team going forward in 2023, also reflects that of Mike Tomlin. Now, we did have a good discussion on Steelers Live today, which I'll try and link the video at the very end, the podcast, about Mike Tomlin's extension. I do believe that Mike Tomlin will be extended from this year, and possibly for maybe a 3 or 4 year contract, depending how they do it. I think they're going to extend Tomlin because this is the time right now. It's the new era. And you talk about the guys that were, he won with Bill Cowher's players. This, to me, is Coach Tomlin's players right now. They went and got Kenny Pickett. They got Najee. They got Muth. Got pieces around here. They got the backup with Warren. They got a lot of things going on. They've rebuilt the offensive line, and it's still not done yet. I like James Daniels. I like Cole there at center. They got Isaac Ciamalo on a 3-year deal. They got Jones to come in when he wants to, or if he does win out in camp. I think Dan Moore will start, but Jones is there, the rookie too. Things are happening, and I think is probably the best time to give Tomlin a contract extension because now it's his team. And I do understand the argument. I had a good conversation with a chat today, going back and forth. Should they extend him? Should they not? Some were saying yes, some were saying no, but that's fine. But in my opinion, I think they should extend him because you have Kenny Pickett being 25 years old and he's ready to lead this team. Kenny Pickett, what I see in the podcast and all those kind of things, make sure you check out as well a podcast with Cameron Hayward, Not All Football Talk or something like that. He's talking with confidence. Kenny's talking with confidence. We just got to see that on the field, right? Need to see that on the field. But as Baldy says here, he says here, they got a quarterback who looks like he knows what he's doing. There's no real excuses for Matt Canada. He's under the microscope. And I agree with that. I do agree that Matt Canada should be in the pressure seat right now. He got so many skillful players on this offensive line. The receivers, George Pickens, do his second year. There are a lot of guys that are skillful, talented, athletic, physical guys. We just got to, they need to design a game plan around this team to go and score points. And when they get to the red zone, score TDs and not field goals. Anyways, guys, I reflect what Baldy's saying. I think a lot of Steelers fans do. I am giving Matt Canada a new shot, a new lease at his job. And I want him to be successful. And yes, I might have been way too emotional last year in the firing of Canada, but that was a lot of fans out there. We saw the passes to Gentry, the flea flickers that didn't work, and we're thinking, why do that, right? I just hope this offense can come together. They can move the football down the field and start to score points. I've never been more excited in my life about this team. I can't wait to see them on the actual field with Warren running the football, Connor Hayward being special, him getting used around too as a fullback, halfback, this kind of stuff. I think I'm more excited this year about the offense than I am the defense. And that's saying something because I'm a defensive guy. In my Steelers Nation Australia channel art, I've got Debo Harrison as my pitcher. I think he's awesome. But, guys, I am keen for training camp. I'm keen for this team to get back. I'm keen for the fans to rally behind our team. That is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wave our terrible towels. Cheer on Kenny Pickett. Cheer on Najee. Cheer on Muth. Cheer on Pickens. Cheer on all these guys for success and to go win that 7th Lombardi. But first of all, it's training camp, preseason. Then it's going to be week 1, which I think we can beat Brock Purdy, by the way. I think we can beat him. Week 1, then week 2, then you keep going forward. We're going to enjoy the whole process. That is the 2023 Steelers season. Woof! I'm out of breath. But I like it. I feel like Omar Khan and Wild on the front office has given Matt Canada everything he could ask for, and I agree with that. Anyways, guys, thank you for checking out Steelers Nation Australia. If you do like my content and you made it the whole way, I'm not going to say put real one. Just say g'day, mate, or something like that. You can write whatever you want to write. Let me know if you made the whole way. If you just write g'day, mate, or something like that, that'd be fantastic. Anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you later on.